Welcome to another episode of No Shifts Given. Thank you for everyone that's wrote in and submitted their questions and their queries. Let's find out what we've been up to this week.
I went to a spiritual night, which was nice. That was a good event, somewhere completely different, with different people, to see someone different as well, which was nice, because you tend to get used to going to see your own people you like, don't you? This was a bit, but yeah, that was a good one. Really, really good, funny, very light-hearted. So that was nice. What else have I been doing? Still going to the gym, still hanging on in there, and I've been away this weekend, just in Wales.
And getting the van ready?
Yeah, I've been getting the van ready, yes. That feels like it's been for a while. I don't feel like it's just now, but yeah, getting the van ready. I'm trying to think what I've been doing personally for myself. That's bad, isn't it?
We've been really busy, so I haven't really checked in. Personally, but not more.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've done... I've read a book.
Ooh, what book?
God, now I've got to remember what the name of it is. Proof of Heaven.
Oh, I've not heard
very
of it.
scientific, it comes from a psychologist, doctor. Had a near-death experience, not to ruin it for anyone, had a near-death experience. And
so you got to buy it.
He'd been promoting and teaching all over the world about the subconscious and how it couldn't be this, and now he's had the near-death and went into a coma, experienced a lot in the coma,
oh, wow.
and now has come out with a completely different view.
Did you say that though? That even when we're in a coma, we're listening.
That's why they speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he does all his review back on that. Yeah, it's a good book. I have to lend it you.
Yes, please.
Someone lent it me, and then I'll lend it you. But yeah, I'm just trying to think what I've been doing myself, really.
You've just been really busy. Did you have a nice weekend break?
Yeah, apart from allergic reaction, yeah.
Yeah, well, we won't talk about that.
We'll leave that one. But yeah, I'm just plodding along. Loads of good ideas, loads of good things coming up. So that's why I've been busy.
Ooh.
I'm not going to ruin it.
It's exciting times.
What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? I have been busy. I don't know if I spoke about my daughter's prom. That was the last time I was here.
Mm-hmm.
I have been, again, I'm scratching, but I've done a lot. I've just been away for the weekend. We went camping. I took my daughter's friend with us. And you know what? It was wicked. I'm camping. I'm still on the fence with guys. I'm sorry for anyone that's a,
Happy camper.
Heidi High or Heidi Ho and all that. But I am still on the fence. The maximum I can push myself probably is 2 days. 2 days. I can't get, right, firstly, how embarrassing is this? I haven't even told you. We rocked up to the campsite all excited. Couldn't check in till 2. But we rocked up. We thought, we'll go for a walk round. So we went and spoke to reception, didn't check in till 2. Let's go have a look. So we walked round all the campsite. We were contemplating getting our swimming costumes on to go for a quick swim before we checked in. We went down to the bottom, down by the beach, into the arcades. We went everywhere. And I kept going, I want to go check in now, go check in. So we went back. I popped to the loo. While he was checking in, I come out and he just looked at me. I said, what? She went,
Wrong campsite.
We're in the wrong campsite. We were 10 minutes that way. Oh my gosh. And the campsite we were on was like a 5-star. It had everything. These big massive slides for the kids. It was wicked. We're driving to our campsite. We're going, please God, please. To be fair, it was wicked. It was absolutely great. But when we got to the campsite and set up our tent, it was just very tight. So we were like next to us. Fair play to this lady. She had 2 twins and a baby camping. They like an early wake up call. And then the other side of us, a big massive family, all excited for the football. But it was just very loud and stuff. I did like it. I did like being in nature, grounding loads, being outside. But the wake up call was a lot. And then wake up to the condensation running down your tent. And you damp pillows. It's just, that's what I mean. My back's gone and I'm scraping myself out of bed. I'm a proper bougie camper as well. I've got one of them big inflatable mattresses you plug in.
That's not proper
It's not proper camping. I'm there with my own cup. I'm not out of these plastic stuff. Decaf. I'm a bit of a... Yeah, it's...
You're a glamper.
I'm a glamper, shall we put that? I'm a glamper. But I love the birds. I love the nature. I love waking up to the sun and the grass. But if we could do that from a nice hotel or a cabin... For 2 days maximum. So yeah, I've been camping. It was lovely. Did loads of swimming, everything. So yeah, I'm all ready for this week, grounded and good to go.
Good. Now let's see what everyone else has been. Hope we've got some light ones today. We never read them before. This is the first time we read them out to each other. So we don't know. Again, remembering they are anonymous. We don't know who sends them in. So let's see. The first one. What would you recommend first thing to try for a newbie? Like to get into this space and the right mindset. There's so many options.
Oh, they talking medicines? They talking starting from basics, scratch? What level they are?
Maybe how did you get into the journey then? How did you start?
So I started...
Just because we haven't got much info.
Yeah, so the healing journey, I mean, it's all very different. So I started right off the off. I started with crystals. I remember I was walking. I just had my little girl. She was in a pram and I was massive to get rid of the baby weight. So I was walking everywhere. And this is when I was just being introduced to Spotify and stuff like that. So you're talking what? She's 11 now. And I remember popping in and something come up, witchy, right? So I've always been into this sort of crystals, the witchy side of it, always believed there was something else there. But I did not understand there was a bigger community. This was all foreign to me. I did not know this world existed. And I remember just listening to this podcast and she started talking about crystals and she started talking about spells and I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember I walked all the way to her nan's house and I remember saying to Lauren, she was well into this spiritual stuff as well. And I went, there's an actual podcast you can talk about witchy stuff. And she was like, what do you mean? I said, oh my God, there's other people like us. And it was just this world and then that's what opened it up. I'd always been intrigued into crystals and magic, and even as a little girl I used to make my own perfume out of flowers and believed it was magic and smells, and I used to talk to the sky and there was loads of stuff. But I've always been a bit on the other side, but I just didn't know this world existed, and the crystals led me into much more. And then I got into spells, and then I got into manifestation, and then I read the book The Secret, which is
I think a lot of people start there, don't they?
Amazing book. And that just sort of led it just, I think with this world you start one little thing and then as you're on this crystals, then they're you can incorporate crystals with spells, and you go, okay, what's a spell? And
or
then
you meet someone else that tells you different things,
and then you can go to an event and then you're like, oh my gosh. And when you're on the journey, I believe everything else just keeps coming your way. So that's sort of how you get into it, really. Start with an incense stick. You never know what could lead to that. I was just about to say essential oils.
Yeah. One of the ways not into this, but it started to, if I really look back to the smaller things, was probably essential oils and looking into cleansing your body with them and using them as antibiotics and stuff like that. And then it starts you on another journey of looking into why and all that sort of thing. But no, I just, as we've spoke about before on this, went hard straight away. So but I wasn't not saying I wasn't into it. I used to like spiritual churches. I used to go to readings a lot. Again, always had something that felt different. It's probably the way to explain it now. I understand it, but I've always felt different for people. Not like to be around loads of people. Didn't get people. They didn't get me maybe. But that's now we understand because you look at things slightly different. But on this journey, I probably went straight in about 6 years ago, into Kambo and then into Reiki, and that's why I constantly talk about them. So it's very hard, isn't it? It's how you
are as a person, really. I mean, mine was a gentle approach.
I did another one was 55 times 5. I do say a lot of that to my clients. You can order the books off Amazon, I think, and you start writing what you want to change, and start believing in. Affirmations I struggle with, but I did do them at the beginning, and meditation was a good one for me to try. And I used to meditate 3 times a day.
Oh wow!
Because that's how heightened I was.
Yeah.
So trying to do it once a day, wasn't doing that, and you don't stay in it at first, do you? So you're in out. So to try and up the practice and get it as good as I can, I was doing it 3 times a day, or when I was triggered or something happened. Because
I couldn't meditate. Do you remember what I said to you? I said I can't meditate, and everyone kept saying this meditation. I was like,
one class a week. It's not going to do that. I
can't meditate, and then I found out meditation isn't sitting on top of a cliff like this. Everything, quiet the mind, quiet the body. That comes, don't get me wrong, that comes now, and that's a deeper way, but just colouring, them colour by numbers.
Yeah.
It's just focusing on something.
I'd walk as well with very relaxing music on. So
that was my meditation, the walking.
It could be just little things. So when things are happening in life and you're getting overwhelmed, what am I going to do? I'm not going to kick off, or I'm not going to argue, I'm going to put that music on, walk. So it's these small changes of some time of you changing your own mindset, rather than saying, here's a book, do that, do this. It's how you start acting as a person.
It is, and the reasons why, like, it sounds silly, we say, like, start with an incense stick. You could go to a shop, TikTok nowadays, everything's out there, everything's to hand to find these places, but you could have a look, wherever you are from, at spiritual shops or places that sell incense, and you could go there, and you could go with the intention of buying an incense stick, speak to someone who works there and say, oh, I really like this, what incense would you suggest? And they would say, why? And then the conversation would start, and they might say, well, we host a workshop here for whatever you're into, or James, he sits there and he goes on a Friday down the road, and you could go there as well. So it's like whatever you're into.
It's all fun stuff, isn't it? And you end up getting your own cards. I don't do cards now, but I did, like, at the beginning, just to mess around or see what come up. So yeah, do what you're drawn to, and the more you put yourself around these people in these places, the more you'll find what you need to do.
Investigate. It's so exciting. It's like, I always refer to it as like Alice in Wonderland. She looks through the looking glass, and this whole world is there, but if you're...
So it just brings excitement to go and try something new, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So enjoy it, because I really, really missed that stage of finding all this. I mean, don't get me wrong.
That's what we're going back to.
We're going back to it, just saying it, So going back into it and finding it all, and all these things will come, and these questions.
Being too deep and stuff all the time. Let's go back and have a little bit of fun. That's what we're here to do.
Do the hard work, but also enjoy the fun, because it's about the balance, isn't it? That's everything in life is about balance. So enjoy it. I'm excited for you.
Thank you for your request.
Thank you. What's something you wish people talked about more in the healing and wellness space that is often avoided? Ooh.
A word just come to my head, but then I thought you were on camera.
Say it.
The fuck ups.
Say it.
We're not perfect. We don't walk around. I've come in today and said, I'm having one of them days I can't be arsed. Like, we don't walk. I think people just think you're all this positive. I try and find a positive in everything, and I know that pisses people off, because there is a positive, even in some of the darkest times that I've been going through. I'm reflecting to the good that I can find in them times, but I think that gets you through the hard. It's not because you're all airy-fairy and floating around and thinking life's good, because it's not. I know life's flipping hard and it's difficult, but it's trying to find the lighter stuff. If you want to find dark, heavy, moaning, negative stuff, you'll find it. And you can moan about it, or you can look, and you'll have to look a little bit harder for the light stuff and the nicer stuff and the better stuff, but you choose which one. And that's basically what I try and do. I try and find the better stuff, because you can sit and moan all day long. So that's the stuff that people don't talk about. I think is some of the struggles, we are human, we fall off track, we do the opposite of what we tell our clients, we do the opposite of sometimes what we promote on here. And I think it's just to be open and honest that we're not here because our families are perfect, we're not here because we have perfect lives,
we're here because they're not.
And there's no place to start or end. It's just it's a lifestyle. People think you can pick it up and drop it down. You have to change your whole lifestyle, but you're only changing yours, you're not changing everyone's around you. So you're going to still have that stuff around you to deal with. And I think people need to be a little bit more open, honest. People do mess up, and that's life. We're humans, aren't we?
But do you find that in this industry? I'm starting to see it a lot more. So we originally get, and me and Susie are very different, because we don't care what people think, because that's not the but we are just completely open. So if I don't agree with something you're saying, I'm not going to just agree with you because you're in my room and I want you to come back, because that's not doing my job. If you say something to me or yourself in this room and we don't agree with it, we will not agree. We don't even agree with each other all the time. We're human, we have difference of opinion. But one thing I am noticing, the more people are trying to generate business, or the more people are trying to get themselves out there, they seem to be on the fence with everything. No one's stepping over that boundary. No one's saying, I don't agree with this. No one's saying that person did something in the public eye and that's wrong, or I don't agree with how people do this, or what their own opinions are, because they're so... They want to people please to a certain extent, because they're so scared about generating, bad opinions, or I'm not going to them because they don't share the opinion. But realistically, I'm finding a lot of people not doing this. I'm watching more and more people open up their forums or their business, because I am looking, obviously I'm on social media, having a little nose, but it seems to be when they are talking or when they're doing videos, it just seems to be this generalised peacefulness.
Yeah, and it's not.
It's not. I mean, we're love and light until you cross the boundary, and then we'll tell you to fuck off, because that's life, that's who I am. I'm being true to myself. I can't sit here and say, oh yes, I do agree with you doing that all weekend or doing that to that person. That's fine, because that's not true. And I do believe the people I work with and the people that come here, and the reason why they get such an impactful change is because I'm completely honest, and I will call you shit out, because I like it when people call mine out. I don't want people to agree with me. I don't want people to go, oh, yeah, that's fine, you can do that because that's fine. No, tell me I'm being a dickhead, and I'll respect you more for it. You know, and I think that's how you grow. But that's one thing I wish people would do more in this industry, is be honest. Be really honest and true to yourself. Yeah, with all parts. The good, the bad, the ugly. This is the whole reason why we're all sitting here and why we work and why we try and help, because you've looked at the shit in your life and you thought, I need to change this. That's the reason why you walk into the shop. That's the reason why you're on the bed. That's the reason why you're even watching this video. There's something in your life that you want to change. And that's the reason why you've come here, and that's the reason why the universe has brought us to you. Just be open and honest about it. Hold your hands up. Don't just walk around every day smiling and thinking everything's okay, because it's not.
No.
Life's hard.
Doesn't mean all your relationships are perfect. Doesn't mean all this. We're still battling our own side of trying to navigate stuff and doing that. Life's still life, and that's what I say to people. I still try and stay very neutral, and that's how I do think. It's not my way or no way. It's not it has to be this. I don't care whether people are into spiritual or not, or into this. I want people to be happy. I want people to know their worth. I want people to know who they are. I want people, and what that looks like. I don't care whether that's got a spiritual title or not.
Yeah, just be true to yourself, because you're the one that's got to go to bed at night, put your head on the pillow, and this is your life. Like, I know I keep banging, I always say that, it's very cliche, like you get one life, but it really is. I'm learning that the more deep around this rabbit hole I'm going.
We're on this earth
once, and you haven't got a clue how long that's for. Not a clue. The only thing that's promised is right now, this second, that's it. Even the next second isn't promised. So realistically, look at what you've got around you, how you're living your life, what you're doing. Are you being honest to yourself? Because it doesn't really matter who else it's for, because realistically it's solely for you. Are you being honest for you? Because if you're not, then in your life, change it. Realistically, and that's it. And that's the beauty of it. So in this industry, just going back to the question, what I wish people would talk more about is truth.
Yeah, whether that's hard times, good times, and don't be afraid to blow your trumpet as well. I think people also, sometimes it's all the hard times because they feel they have to do that. There's two sides to it, like everyone.
If you're doing something good, there's balance, but if you're doing something good and you've been through the darkness and you found the light, shout about it.
People are going to talk anyway,
of course
either way, aren't they?
They're going to talk anyway. You might as well give them something good to talk about. Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. That's shared. If you want more detail, then send in a little bit more information.
Yeah, or if you want a particular answer on a particular things, give us a bit more context. Again, like we say, it's completely anonymous. So yeah, delve in. Thank you. Ooh.
What's the weirdest thing a client has ever said to you?
Oh my gosh. That's not my name was the first thing. That's not my name.
Do you remember that?
Oh my gosh, so embarrassing. That was up there.
That weren't the client though, that was you, weren't it?
Yeah, it was my fault, yeah.
What's the weirdest thing? We hear that word all the time. It's normally the client saying to us, that's weird.
Yeah, that's always us, yeah.
What's the weirdest thing a client's ever said? I don't know, because nothing's weird to me.
Same as myself.
You know what? It just gets weirder and weirder, unfortunately, I think, but nothing's weird.
Okay, so if there's nothing weird a client said, literally there's nothing, what's the weirdest thing you've ever said to a client?
Because what's weird?
So we don't class weird.
No,
weird is our life. Weird and wonderful. Every day. I could walk in this room and I could say, oh, I levitated off the ground last night, and as I did, 3 angels came through, and she'd go, okay, so what angels were there? I'd go, oh, actually. Weird. And that's it. It's not weird, is it? Right, one of the weirdest things I've had is my whole right side is completely numb.
But people would find it weird when people say, well, I've completely left the room and I haven't been in here for 45 minutes.
True, and your hands on my feet, no, I'm right by your head. So that's the one. Can you let go of my foot? It's really heavy. I said, oh, I'm touching your arm, I'm not touching anything down there.
Yeah,
so that's
it's
but
hard,
it's
isn't it?
yeah, it's just. But when you say what's the weirdest thing,
They've seen someone.
They've seen
hugged
someone
their
come in,
granddad.
yeah.
They've seen that. Said to people that'd be weird, wouldn't it? But
they've seen an eagle directly in front of them. Purple colours. They can smell like cigarettes, coffee. There's nothing in the room, unfortunately. Me and Susie are in the background having a fag. But
yeah,
it depends on what weird. Like we say, weird to us isn't weird, but visuals.
Some of my clients have seen. They're not even into this, or I have to be careful how I speak to them. But they've seen some of that, then they've gone away and it's happened.
Yes.
It's not till they've come back to the next and they said, "I seen that."
Yeah.
So that's just how we live. So it's not weird.
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
not weird to us. We get
But
this.
that's the weirdest thing. That's the main word that is used in the room.
Weird.
That's why weird.
That's why weird. Or
This really works, don't it?
Yeah.
And you're like, yep. I've only been doing it 5
something
years.
strange did happen. I was like, okay, what? Wow, when you were touching me, my whole stomach started contracting and pulsating and vibrating. I'm like, that's not weird. We love that. And one thing we love as well is a blah, 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 blah. Like when you're on the bed next minute we touch you and it starts going blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I haven't, or whatever. I said, no, bring it on.
I had a client that used to eat every time, try and eat more and more, and I said, you're not going to stop that.
No.
It's the energies. And when they switch and thing, but they're not saying it. So it's really hard. If you want anything specific, but weird is wonderful to us, and I don't think there's anything
I've had people come in
that would
want...
shock me, to be fair.
I'm trying to think if they've come in with a particular weird reason of being here.
I think them people are less weird than some of the people that aren't doing this work. So that's my opinion. We're just weird and wonderful.
Staying put is we think that's weird.
So yeah, hopefully that gives you insight. Sorry, that was a bit.
But we just say like nothing in this room is ever weird. We welcome the weird. We welcome the strange. So bring it on. If you think it's weird, come and see us and we'll tell you.
Come and experience it.